Sorry, you guys, I had to reset my passwords and get all logged in again. But, cool. Looks like we're all set. But, I actually brought out my scale today so I can weigh the amounts of clay that I'm using. Yeah, happy Tuesday. Good to be back. Hope you guys all had a good weekend. Gonna get started. I have 3 balls of clay. Gonna start with my smallest one first. This is a little over, so 1.5 pounds. So I'll probably throw a mug with this. And this is probably, this might be a little smaller than what I have been using, but it's probably plenty to do a mug. I think there might be an air bubble in the top right here. I've been trying to make different shapes. My wife says that I make too many really similar shaped things, so this is a little different than anything that I've made. And it's a lot thinner. One piece down. Next one to go. Let's weigh this next one. This one is just under 2 pounds, 1.14 pounds. Or wait, is that even right? 1 pound, 14 ounces. So just under 2 pounds. I don't know if I wedged this clay too well, since that last piece of clay had at least one good air bubble in it. I think I feel an air bubble in this one too. Yeah, it feels like it's like right in there somewhere. Might try to make a bowl out of this. Very bad. There's definitely an air bubble, like right there, and I think there's probably like an air bubble somewhere in the bottom, because when I was doing that first or that second pull, that's when it started to go off center, and I think it was because there's probably some air bubbles somewhere down here that kind of threw things off, and maybe it traveled up also, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get this one back. Nope. I haven't had luck with bowls recently. I don't think. I think I made a bigger bowl at Pottery. So I think I glazed it. I can't remember. But, so I might have something this... Actually, I think I might have bisque fired it at the Pottery Studio. So you might be able to see that one somewhat soon. Alright, now for the biggest ball of clay. I do want to try to make a picture, but I don't know if I want to do that with this. Let's weigh this one out. This is about 3.5 pounds of clay. Hopefully this is what was watched well. Very punny bullfrog. Hey, you're back. Thanks for coming back. Says, have you heard of a clay company called Valentine Clay in the UK? I haven't heard of Valentine Clay in the UK. I'm in the United States, so I'm not too familiar. I think the most familiarity that I have with the UK is stuff that Florian Gatsby talks about, which I'm mostly focusing on trying to learn how he throws and kind of his tutorial type content. So I'm not familiar with it. Is that a clay that you use or you're interested in trying out? I think that's about as centered as I'm gonna get with this. Yeah, I did not wedge this clay good enough. I just popped an air bubble, so hopefully this doesn't turn out bad also. I really did not wedge this clay good enough. This is so bad. Very Punny Bullfrog says one of their clays, PF690, is a really red stone where Florian Gatsby talks about that particular clay body and said that after using it, it's like cleaning up a murder scene. That's how red it is. Yeah, I see some people at our pottery studio use a red clay, and it's kind of like, I don't think it's terracotta, but it's somewhat similar in terms of color, but I know that it stains a lot, so I can only imagine if something's probably a little bit more red than that it does get super messy. And for some reason, like, the iron that's in it really like dyes things like clothes. So you do have to be pretty careful when using stonewares like that to wear like clothes that you aren't really too bothered by getting a little ruined. Very Punny Bullfrog said, have you heard of Seattle Pottery Supply? I have. I think that we've gotten some clay from there. We had gotten like a dark brown. It was like a almost black, like dark chocolate clay from there, I think, and also like it was considered like their mystery bag, so I don't really know what it was, but I did really like the dark, like almost black clay, but it was kind of finicky because it ended up bubbling, which is pretty common, I guess, for dark stonewares, because whatever they use to color it, you have to be really careful with firing it because the gases that come off from firing it end up making the clay bubble. So you either have to fire it really slowly or you have to make sure that it's super, super dry, which I fired all of that clay at the Pottery Studio, so I didn't really have control over firing that clay. Plus, I didn't know at the time. But I did really like it. I thought it turned out super pretty. Have you used stoneware from Seattle Pottery Supply? Oh, he said. Very Punny Bullfrog said that's where I usually get my clay and other supplies. Yeah, I think we picked up some clay from there before. But I do like the clay that we have at the Pottery Studio, and we don't have to pay shipping. So that kind of makes it a little bit more of an economical option. Because that was like the biggest bummer about buying just like 50 pounds of clay is shipping made it quite a bit more. This is terrible. This rim is so messed up. It might just be from it being uneven. CK6, oh, Very Punny Bullfrog says, CKK6 is really good porcelain clay body from there. It's similar to one of their Cone 10 porcelains called Kenzin. Very plastic and good stability for larger pieces. Is the CKK6 also Cone 10? I don't have a way to fire to Cone 10, unfortunately. Which I know most porcelain does need to be fired to Cone 10. So I'm not sure if porcelain is an option for me right now. I think this is pretty uneven all the way up, but Oh, it's cone 6? No, cool. I might look into it. I do want to try working with porcelain. I do like B-mix, so I think the next progression from there is trying out a porcelain. Ugh. Well, today did not turn out wonderful. I think the lesson for me for today was probably to spend a little more time wedging my reclaim. I thought that I wedged it a good amount, but clearly not enough because there was air bubbles, and it also felt like some of the clay was not mixed well. Like there was some clay that was a little harder than other parts. So I need to do a better job of that going forward because I would like to throw some good pieces, especially with the larger amounts of clay, like 3 pounds plus. But that's okay. Learning experience. I will be back again on Thursday. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thank you, Very Punny Bullfrog, for coming back and watching again, and anyone else who has come back, and anyone who watches like the shorts and all that stuff. If you guys are interested in, if you guys do watch the shorts, let me know if it would be interesting to have me do like voiceovers instead of just the raw videos with the audio. And Very Bunny Bullfrog said, and if you look on the Seattle Pottery Supply website, you will find some mid-range porcelains. Another one that comes to mind and can be thrown thinly is Seattle Freeze. Cool, yeah, I'll take a look at Seattle Pottery Supply again. I don't think we've been on there in a while, but I'll take a look and see if there's anything that I want to try out. But thanks again for tuning in. I will see you guys again on Thursday. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your evening and tomorrow.